So yeah, because it's hot, we're just going to go with, well not just, we are going to go with a restorative practice today. So that's going to be using the bolster quite a bit, but also staying in the poses in a way where we're not actively seeking a stretch necessarily, we're just seeking to let everything go, so then the body can really release. So when we do yin and we're trying to actively stretch, we want to actively make those muscles longer and stretch them. In restorative, we want to switch them off so that we can then get to connective tissue and all the good stuff that holds us together. So we're like a bag of connective tissue basically, and then all the muscles and bones and everything are in that. So if you've got tension and stress in that connective tissue, it will impact your muscles and everything else. So we want to get to that stuff. So we're going to just start with a bit of pranayama. So you can sit, as Debbie's nicely demonstrating there, with your knees either side of a bolster if you prefer, or you can sit cross-legged, whatever feels more comfortable for you this evening. And we're going to take our Shitali breath, because that is a cooling breath to help us kind of just regulate the temperature in the body, but also the energy in the body. Is anybody that can't roll their tongue? But you know what you're doing, so you're all right. If you can't, just ask Jackie what to do. If you can't, for the purpose of the video, just place the tip of your tongue onto the roof of your mouth. So we're not going to go straight into it. I'll demonstrate it so you can see what I'm doing, and then we close the eyes, find the breath, then we'll go into it. So with the inhale, you roll the tongue and you breathe the air in through that rolled tongue and lift the chin up towards the sky, like so. And then exhale, you just close the mouth, breathe out through the nose. And that's it, simple as that. Don't feel that you have to really take your head very far back, it's just a gentle lifting up of the head. I'll say 16 rounds, but if you lose your way, don't worry, I'll count, but my breath might be different to your breath, so we'll kind of get to there or thereabouts. Don't feel like wed to a number. And I'll give you a heads up when we've kind of got a couple left. Yeah, sound like a plan? All right, everyone's being quiet because they don't want to be on video. I know. So just rest the hands anywhere that's comfortable. Release out into the shoulders. Keep your spine really nice and tall. The back of the head nice and long. And just, first of all, let's just connect with the ground beneath us. Find a sense of stillness there. Whatever parts of you are connecting to whatever surface below, just feel a sense of earthing, grounding, stability and stillness through those. And then if you're not already, just start to invite that inhale and exhale in through the nose. If anybody's got hay fever or anything going on right now, of course, feel free to use the mouth throughout this and Shitali, it's up to you. And see if you can invite that breath to travel down into the abdomen. When doing that, you don't have to take really big gusts of breath. It's more just the length of the breath and the slowing of the breath rather than how big the breath is. Okay, we're going to take 2 more in and out through the nose, and then we're going to begin our Shitali. So, breathing in. Let it go, start to think about softening into the body. One more here. Releasing with the exhale. And then the next inhale, we're going to take the Shitali. So we roll the tongue, or put it to the roof of your mouth, and then away you go. release out through the nose. Make this your last one. And then just return the neck to a neutral place, just breathing in and out through the nose for a few rounds. If you know Ujjayi and you want to use a soft Ujjayi, feel free to do so, just slightly contracting the throat. Alright, and when you're ready, just slowly start to come back into the space around you, blinking open the eyes. Okay, good stuff. We're going to come onto our backs. We're going to come into a twist, but a slightly different position with the legs. We don't need the bolster for this one, but just lay the body down and bring the knees up in the air and the feet to the ground. And what we're going to do is cross the left ankle over the right thigh. We're going to take the arms nice and wide out to shoulder height, and if you're comfortable with palms facing up, take the palms to face up. Bring the right heel slightly closer towards your body, but you don't have to really shove it right up against the body, just move it in slightly. And then as we exhale, we're going to keep the left ankle across the right thigh, but we're going to twist so that the right leg comes down towards the right hand side, and your left ankle comes over with it. So you exhale and you bring both legs down to the right hand side. Maybe your left foot touches down to the ground, maybe it doesn't. But just find a place where you can invite some opening into the left waist, left ribs, and the left side of your body. With that left knee, if you feel like you want to drop it further down towards the ground, feel free to do so. You can also rest your right hand onto your left thigh. Just add a little bit more into that opening in the left hip. But again, this is restorative. We're not necessarily looking for an active muscle stretch. We're looking for a place of comfort where we can really release. So adjust that left foot to wherever it needs to be for you to feel that ability to soften and let go, rather than have activation in your muscles here. The position of your head can be wherever feels comfortable for you. So it could be that you're just nose up towards the sky, maybe you're turning your nose away from the direction of your knees, or maybe you're looking in the same direction as your knees. Whatever feels right for you, just explore that sense of softness here in this pose. And that may mean inviting your breath into particularly sort of the outside of that left hip maybe, or your T-bone that runs from your hip joint down to the outside of your knee. Anywhere where you feel there could be a little bit more letting go, invite the breath there. Now, the timer I usually use is clearly on my phone, which is recording this session, so we're just going to wing it a little bit. And we're going to be here for a few minutes. So I'm going to stop talking and let you just enjoy this pose and the opportunity to find a sense of space for you. Just remember that if your mind begins to wander away, we don't judge it, we just invite it back to rest on the breath or be in the body. I'll let you know when we're close to coming back out. For now, just stay connected with your breath. Use this as an opportunity to explore sensations you feel in the body, the ground beneath you, the air flowing over you. So feel the shape change in your body as you breathe in and breathe out. The weight of your limbs just heavy and soft. Be here for about another 45 seconds or so. Just continue to explore this pose for you this evening. Start to think about coming back out, so just be mindful you've been there for a while. When you inhale, start to draw your navel in towards your spine just to protect your back, and then slowly start to press down into that right foot, lifting your left leg back with the knee on the right as it comes up. You're going to place the left foot onto the floor and take both feet as wide as your mat. We're just going to windscreen wiper the legs left and right just to ease off from that pose. So your knees are up towards the air as you inhale, and as you exhale, take both knees down to one side, let the shoulders stay grounded, and then inhale, bring them back to the center, exhale, take them the other way, and then just move through this with your breath rhythm, just flowing from left to right. Well done, guys. Just take one more each side and then bring the knees to rest up towards the sky, feet on the floor. And we're going to take that posture the other way. And just bear in mind you might be different one side to the other, so just go to where feels comfortable for you. So your left foot stays grounded, your right ankle is crossing over that left thigh. Left foot, maybe bring it slightly closer to the body, that's going to feel okay. Take a nice deep breath in, make sure the back of the neck is long, so this chin is sort of drawing in towards the chest. And as you exhale, let that left knee come down towards the ground, the right ankle is still attached to the left thigh. And then if you need to adjust the position of that right foot to enable your body to completely relax, please do. Figure out the right place for your head to rest. And then look to seek that space, invite the space into the body through your breath, through your visualization and attention. The saying is, where the mind goes, the energy flows, so think about that when you're in these slower postures for a while. Where do you want that energy to be? Notice if anywhere is still holding on, and if you can see, if you can invite it to relax just a little tiny bit more. And then see if you can find that stillness. Breathing into the abdomen. Nice, deep, slow breaths. Hopefully still cooling breaths after your pranayama. Perhaps feeling the cool air as it comes into the nostrils. And if you're struggling for focus this evening, that can be one for you. Just the tip of the nose and the sensation of the cool air coming in, and perhaps slightly warmer air leaving. You do you, it's your practice, find what works for you. I'm going to leave us in peace for the next minute and a half or so, and I'll let you know when we're starting to come back out. If you wonder, just bring it back.
here for about another 15 seconds and then we're going to start to come out. So just think about how you're going to move nicely, gently and safely for your body. Whenever you find your next inhale, just start to press down into that left foot. Bring that left knee up with the right leg following, and just bring yourself back onto your spine and the back of your pelvis. Place the right foot on the floor and just take a few of those windscreen wipers with the feet as wide as the mat again. So it's an inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees to the side. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees to the other side. And just take 4 more of these with your own breath rhythm. Just slowly one side to the other. And once you complete those 4, just roll to one side. Use your top arm to press the upper body and lift yourself up to a seat. We're going to use our bolster for the next pose. Going to come into a supported twist, but it's prone, so we're facing forwards onto the bolster. So you want your bolster parallel with the long edges of your mat. And then if we all go the same way, it makes it a bit easier. We'll bring the right hip to the edge of that bolster. Knees are bent and they're sort of parallel with your hip joint. Knees are parallel with the hip joint, if that's comfortable for you to have. So mine's blowing, isn't it? All right, so we're going to take the hands either side of the bolster. So then your chest, your heart, your head should be facing the bolster. And then when you're ready, on your exhale, you're going to start to fold the upper body down towards the bolster. Turn the head or do whatever feels comfortable for you. Try and see if you can invite the palms to face up as well, because that's going to invite some more softening into the shoulders. You need to make any adjustments, make them now. If you need to jiggle about a little bit. And then just settle yourself down. Let the bolster hold your body, so there's no effort required here. Everything can just sink and drape over that bolster. And then just breathe. And travel to your sense of quiet space. Or maybe that you visualize a really lovely place you enjoy being. Pine forest, a lake, a beach. Whatever works for you, just invite your mind to rest somewhere peaceful. And let the body just undo. Relax into the face. Feel your ribs expanding against that bolster beneath you. This gentle rotation in the spine, which is great for the health and the mobility of the spine, as well as releasing tension and samskaras of tissue that we don't want there anymore, or don't serve us well. Probably going to be here for another minute and a half. So again, I'm going to leave you to enjoy your own sense of calm awareness, and I'll let you know when I'm close to coming out of the pose. about another 20 seconds or so. See how much more you can melt down into the ground and the bolster beneath you. And just turn those palms to face down onto the ground. And then gently start to press up with the hands and the arms to lift the upper body.
We're going to take it to the other side. So my suggestion is you walk your hands around either side of your legs and then bring the feet onto the floor, the knees up, so that your back is then against the edge of the bolster. And then you can easily take the legs over to the other side. So they come over to the left now. Knees stacked, hip height, or wherever feels comfortable for you. And you're twisting the other way, so your hands are going to go either side of that bolster. So you now face your chest towards the bolster. And as best you can, you want to try and lay the middle of your chest down onto that bolster.
You can turn the head the other way. That's just going to add to your rotation in your spine, so it's not always comfortable for everybody for a long period of time. Otherwise, just keep the head the same direction as the knees. Make any small adjustments you need now so that you find a place of comfort you know you can stay for the next few minutes.
Once you've found that place of comfort, just begin to really release down.
Let the weight of the body be held by the bolster. Legs just sink down into the ground. Face nice and soft, shoulders released. Find your breath and that place of calm awareness for you, whatever that may be. Enjoy these moments of tranquility and quiet. Nothing is expected of you right now, apart from just to be. Continue to practice that svadhyaya, that self-study. Notice when the mind has tried to take you away somewhere else. Just kindly bring it back to that resting place. You're into your last minute now, so see if there's anywhere you can soften any more. Think about every single tissue and cell, fibre in your body just having a little snooze right now. Start to make that transition out. So bring those palms to face down on the ground, hands kind of underneath the shoulders, and gently lift into your upper body.
Again, I would suggest maybe walk the hands over towards your legs, bring your back to the end of the bolster and the knees up in the air and the feet on the ground. We're going to just take a windscreen wiper, but with the upper body up. So take the feet wide and then just exhale, knees down to one side, inhale them up, exhale them down to the other side, inhale them up. Just a short counter pose before we go into our next option. Okay, so when you're ready, just turn yourself back around. We're going to come onto our hands and our knees. The bolster stays in the same position. We're going to come into sleeping pigeon. So we are going to be in pigeon for a while. If you know that this pose is a strong pose for you, then perhaps take it on your back rather than on your front, and I'll show you both options. We're using the bolster to take the pose on your front. We start on all fours. If you want a bit of momentum, you can push the hips back towards the heels, and then as you exhale, you bring your right knee outside of your right hand. So if I'm facing you, the knee's coming outside of my hand like this. So my knee and my hip are not in line like this. It's out to the side. And then you're going to walk that left leg further back down and try and keep it down the midline of the mat. They have a tendency to kind of go off on a wonk, and we want to try and have them down the midline of the mat. And once you're in position, you pull that bolster into sort of the curve of your ankle and foot, and then rest the whole of the body down onto that bolster. Again, perhaps palms up or palms down. If you want to take it on your back, you lie on your back, unsurprisingly. Left leg stays on the mat, right leg crosses over left ankle, and then you bring that left leg up and take the hands behind the left thigh. You're inviting the right knee away and drawing the left knee in. Be mindful that the shoulders need to stay soft rather than tense. We don't want to add any intensity into the body. So choose whichever version is going to work best for you. We'll be in each side for a few minutes. So yeah, it's your body, you know which one's going to work best, so make your choice, find your way. So we'll go right leg, so whichever way you're doing it, make sure we're all doing the same side, just so I don't confuse people. But bring, if you're coming forwards, bring the knee down to the ground, walk the left leg back. And just check that that knee is out to the side. Sometimes we bring it out and then it sneaks back in towards us, and that's a different pose. We want the knee further out than the hip joint. Left leg walks back, and then you rest the upper body down onto the bolster. Again, you position of your head, find a one that works for you. You could be face down, as long as you can breathe, or turn to one side or the other. Perhaps you can find a comfortable place with palms up. If not, just place somewhere your shoulders aren't really engaged, and they can release as well. Really let the hips just be heavy down towards the ground, towards your right foot. And the upper body, the same as your previous pose, just let it be held by the bolster. No effort required from your body here. You've put it in position, now just let it go. Find whatever works for you to find that sense of calm and quiet, whether it's visualization, following the breath, traveling around the body, perhaps the air coming in and out from the tip of the nose. There's many an option. Find one that serves you best today. When we come into these restorative poses, we're really inviting the nervous system to kick into that parasympathetic nervous system, and tells your vagus nerve that you're relaxed, you're safe, you're at ease, which then tells your brain that it can start to do all the positive work for your well-being, so healing and restoring, redressing the balance of your energy, vital stuff that we need our bodies to do for us, and you're inviting that to happen through these poses and through this class. Your mind will try and play tricks on you and get you to engage in distraction and thoughts and other stuff, but it's not the boss of you. So just let them pass.
to start coming out of the pose. So again, just bring the palms to the ground, press them underneath the shoulders, lift into your upper body. Perhaps walk that back knee in a little so it makes it easier to lift up through the hips. Bring your right knee back to meet your left. Just push your hips back towards your heels. Just rest down into a balasana, child's pose, just momentarily before we go to the other side. Notice if you can feel a difference one side to the other. Building that awareness. And then on your inhale, press back down into the palms, lift up into the upper body. We're going to take it on the left side. So if you took it on your back before, take it on your back the same this side. If you took it on your front, then take it on your front again, unless there's a particular reason you need to mix it up. You're going to bring that left knee outside of that left wrist and certainly outside of that left hip. You're going to walk that right leg further back and down the middle of the mat. Once you've found that place, just draw the bolster closer towards your body and then rest your whole body down onto that bolster. Find a position for the head that works, for the chest that works, for every part of you, so you can then just let go. It includes relaxing into the face, relaxing in the mind, as well as your physical structure. Doesn't matter how many times you need to bring the mind back. The fact that you're doing it is your practice. And over time will slowly become less. Ready, we're going to slowly start to come out of the toes, so palms come to the ground. Press up through the upper body lift. Maybe walk the back knee in so you can lift into those hips a bit. And then take the left knee back to meet the right, or take the knees wider, whatever's going to be more comfortable for you, to just press back into a child's pose again, just release off. Stay there for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, bring yourself up onto all fours. We're going to set up for Supta Baddha Konasana. So, because we've got all the props, we're going to use them. So we want to stack, this is the end where your head is going to go. You want the two short bricks, one on top of the other. And then your long flat block at an angle against those. So just check it, make sure it's stable before you then place your bolster against the bricks. You want it to be in a position so it's kind of at an angle, and then your back of your pelvis is going to come against the bolster. Your feet are going to come together, so your knees come out into a diamond shape, and then you're going to lay the whole of your body down onto the ground, including the head and the back of the neck. We don't want the head and the neck kind of hanging off the end, and we want to be able to draw the chin in towards the chest. Once you've found your place, decide how close you want those feet to your body. It's up to you. And then really just let the palms be up, the chest be opened. Think about opening from the pubic bone to the collarbone and then all across your chest. Closing down the eyes. So this is our last posture before Shavasana, but if you want to stay in this for Shavasana, you are welcome to as well. I'm just going to turn your aircon down a bit because you're not moving loads. I don't want you getting chilly. Make any little adjustments that you need to make, and then find a place where you can really let go. If let go doesn't work for you, release, undo, whatever words feel more appropriate or resonate more with you today. But as we have been, just enjoying that opportunity for peace and quiet, and time where there's no expectation of you to be anywhere, do anything, speak to anyone. This is just your time. Time that your body is grateful for and you will benefit from. Think about relaxing the face as much as everywhere else. We can hold a lot of tension around the eyes, the jaw. And we want to let that go. Exactly. Let the collarbones be broad, shoulders just sinking into the bolster. Legs nice and heavy. Breath just flowing smoothly like smoke on a breeze. The ground has got you, the bolster has got you. You're safe. And leave you in your quiet space. Next time you hear my voice, we'll be transitioning into Shavasana. obviously you choose to stay here for Shavasana. Continue to surrender the body to the surfaces beneath you. Relaxing from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes and everything in between. Okay, if you do want to transition into a different pose for Shavasana, there's a couple of options. You could stay here but change the legs. If the legs don't feel comfortable for you, you could bring the knees up or extend the legs out along the mat. Alternatively, you can roll to one side, come off your bolster and lay completely flat on the ground. I see you've all made your choice. I'm going to read you a meditation now, so just listen to the sound of my voice. And just let me take you on a little journey. This is an open-hearted presence meditation, so the pose you're in right now is ideal for it. So just continue relaxing as you are. And then I'll just invite you to just bring your attention to your eyes. And imagine a sense of a smile spreading through them. Perhaps you can sense the corners of your eyes just slightly lifting. Let your forehead be smooth and just become aware of all the aliveness in the space around your eyes and across your forehead. Let it all soften. And then I want to invite you to feel a slight smile at your mouth now. Perhaps you sense the inside of the mouth smile or the corners of your mouth lifting. And let your tongue just completely fill the lower palate of your mouth. Soft and relaxed, perhaps a parting of the jaw. And sense that relaxation all the way around your mouth. Imagine the space that fills your lips, fills your gums, your teeth, and all the spaces in between. Aware of the sensation here. And then start to bring your attention to the throat and feeling the softness around your neck from the inside out to the sides and the back. Inviting a sense of space here. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your neck. See if you can feel those shoulders from the inside out. Imagine a shift or a melting of ice to water, and then water to gas, back to that smoke on a breeze. And see if you can sense the space and aliveness that fills your shoulders now, and the softness of your neck. And become aware of the length, the volume, and the gravity of your arms, just releasing down towards the surface beneath you. And softening as your hands, as your fingers curl. Perhaps any vibration or sensation you feel in the ends of your fingers, tingling, or just floating. And then let there be an openness to your chest. Imagine perhaps the sense of a curve spreading through your heart with a smile. Making space in your heart and feeling the aliveness that's there, receiving the next breath as your chest expands and the
next breath as your tummy expands, breathing into each and every next one. Perhaps you sense the curve of a smile softening through the tummy, allowing yourself to feel the space here. You become aware of the pelvis and the space here. Imagine the sense of a smile filling this space and opening you to the energy and aliveness that is there. And this energy travels down the length of your legs. You feel them from the inside out all the way down to your feet. And then this awareness starts to widen to fill the whole body as a field of sensations from head to toe, just relaxing and being with what is. The coming and going of the breath or sounds, feeling of the whole movement as you relax deeply with this flow of your breath. In the background, that wakeful openness with a still, deep stillness. Resting in a sea of awareness, just allow those waves to flow over you. Notice in particular the waves and movement of the breath, receiving and relaxing with the breath and letting the movement of your breath be your anchor and deepen your presence here now. If you find yourself carried away with any thoughts or feelings, just return to your breath with care and attention. Let your senses be aware of sounds, receptive to sensations and feelings, but everything in a cloak of relaxed, kind awareness. Relaxing into your body with a slight smile at your mouth. Relaxing into your heart with a smile in your heart. Relaxing into your tummy and your pelvis with a soft smile. Resting in open-hearted presence. Take this opportunity before we close to bring that open-hearted presence to yourself, offering yourself some love and kindness, gratitude to you. Perhaps you wish to extend that loving kindness beyond yourself, but it's got to begin with you to enable that extension beyond. Resting in open-hearted presence. And you slowly start to bring your focus and attention back to the surfaces beneath the body now. The ground beneath the legs and the bolster behind the back. And draw your focus down to your fingers and your toes. And invite just a gentle sensation of movement into those joints. And if you're still on your bolsters, I want you to really slowly and kindly just roll off the bolsters to one side, offering support for your head with your underneath arm. Just move slowly, kindly, taking a couple of breaths on your side, before eventually then bringing yourself up to a seat in your own time. Don't rush it. Move gently and kindly. Once you are finding your way in that seat, just return to the posture we began the practice with, the head over the heart over the pelvis, and the spine nice and long. This time we're going to bring the palms together into Anjali Mudra. Bring them to that open-hearted space you've created. And just gently bow the chin. Namaste. Good night, everyone.